This is the flag of Turkey. This is the map of Turkey. Turkey is bordered by 8 countries. Bulgaria to the northwest, Greece to the west, Georgia to the northeast, Armenia, Iran and the Azerbaijan to the east, and Iraq and Syria to the southeast. The Mediterranean Sea is to the south, the Aegean Sea to the west, and the Black Sea to the north. Ankara is Turkey's capital and second largest city. Istanbul is the largest city and its economic and financial center as well as the largest city in Europe. Here you can see the Bosphorus Strait which connects the Sea of Marmara and the Black Sea. And you can see this strait divides the Istanbul city into Europe and Asian part. And this strait is called Dardanelles Strait. We are now touring Turkey. You already have seen in previous video our Bosphorus Strait cruise. Today we will go out for a city tour of Istanbul, which is one of the most important city of Turkey. We started from our hotel early morning for the city tour. Istanbul is located in northwestern Turkey. Historically, the city has been ideally situated for trade and defense. Now we are crossing one of the bridges over the Bosphorus Strait. The confluence of the Sea of Marmara, the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn provide both ideal and defense against the enemy attack and a natural toll gate. Several picturesque islands, Buyakada, Heybeliada, Burgazada, Inaliada and 5 smaller islands are also part of the city. At first, we will now see the Blue Mosque, which is also called Sultan Ahmed Mosque, and it is one of the most important touristic spots of Istanbul. We alighted from the bus and now walking up to the mosque. Istanbul city was founded as Byzantium in the 7th century BC by Greek settlers from Megara. In 330 CE, the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great made its imperial capital, renaming it first as New Rome and then as Constantinopole. In 1930, the city's name was officially changed to
Megara, Greece, wanted to found the city and asked the advices from the oracles where he should found his city.
At first, we'll see some of the obelisks. Obelisks was first erected during the 18th dynasty by Pharaoh Thutmose. The Roman Emperor Constantius II had it another obelisk transported along the river Nile to Alexandria to commemorate his victory on the throne in 357 AD. This is the column of Constantine. The obelisk of Theodosius is of red granite from Aswan and was originally 30 meters tall like the Lateran obelisk. This is called the Serpentine column. The Serpentine column or the Delphi tripod is an ancient bronze column at the Hippodrome of Constantinople known as the Horse Square in the Ottoman. Together with its original golden tripod and the cauldron, it constituted a trophy or offering reminding of a military victory dedicated to Apollo at Delphi. The whole of this area is under UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is one of the most important obelisks whose lower portion is in Luxor. You had seen it in my video of Luxor. The obelisk was lying down and I called it the unfinished obelisk. What you are seeing here is the upper half of the obelisk. On the obelisk wall you can see the original inscriptions. The lower part was damaged in antiquity, probably during the transport, and so the obelisk is now only 18.54 meters. Between the 4 corners of the obelisk and the pedestal are 4 bronze cubes used in its transportation and re-erection. Each of its four faces has a single central column of inscription celebrating Thutmose III's victory over the Mitanni, which took place on the banks of the Euphrates in 1450 BC. The marble pedestal had bas reliefs dating the time of the obelisk's re-erection in Constantinopole. On one face, Theodosius I is shown offering the crown of victory to the winner of the chariot races. After seeing the obelisk, we will now proceed to the Blue Mosque. The Blue Mosque in Istanbul, also known by its official name the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, is an Ottoman-era historical imperial mosque located in Istanbul. It was constructed between 1609 and 1617 during the rule of Ahmed I and remains a functioning mosque today. It attracts a large number of tourists and is one of the most iconic and popular monuments of Ottoman architecture. This Blue Mosque was declared UNESCO World Heritage in 1985.
Ahmed Mosque, because it was built during his reign between years 1609-1616.
After the peace of Sid Vatorok, seen as a blow to the Ottoman prestige, Sultan Ahmed I decided to build a large mosque in Istanbul in the hope of soliciting God's favor. He was the first sultan to build an imperial mosque since Selim II. The mosque was built next to the former hippodrome and stand across from the Hagia Sophia, another popular tourist spot. The mosque's religious complex includes Ahmed's tomb, a madrasa, and several other buildings in various states of preservation. The Blue Mosque today is a tourist hotspot because of its tradition and importance to the history of the Ottoman Empire and the city of Istanbul. Many people continue to go there not only to embrace its architectural beauty but also to participate the daily prayer which still occurs in the mosque. Before entering the Blue Mosque, all women visitors must cover their heads with cloths. So those who did not bring it has to collect it from here. We went inside and saw some restoration work is under process. We are now inside the mosque. There are several domes and pillars of this mosque. The mosque has a classical Ottoman layout with a central dome surrounded by 4 semi-domes over the prayer hall. It is fronted by a large courtyard and flanked by 6 minarets.
As you see, after 1000 years, they are still recycling the construction material of hippodrome when they build new buildings.
Predominant color of this paintwork is also blue. Inside, it is decorated with thousands of Iznik tiles and painted floral motifs in predominantly blue colors, which gives the mosque its popular name, the Blue Mosque. Nearly 75% of the mosque's walls have, above the level of the tilework, are decorated with painted motifs. The mosque is further illuminated by chandeliers hung from the ceiling. The many lamps inside the mosque were once covered with gold and gems. The painted motifs generally consist of floral arabesques. Other motifs include calligraphic inscriptions, including verses from the Quran. After seeing the Blue Mosque, we will now visit the next spot, that is Hagia Sophia, which is again a very important touristic spot in Istanbul. You can see all the 6 minarets of the Blue Mosque. The Blue Mosque is one of the 5 mosques in Turkey that has 6 minarets. Each of the 6 minaret towers is fluted and is topped by a slender conical cap. The 4 minarets rising at the corners of the prayer hall have 3 balconies, while the other 2 at the outer corners of the courtyard have 2 balconies each. This is the touristic bus of Istanbul. You can hop on and off and can go all around the city of Istanbul. Beautiful gardens with a spring fountain water body behind the Blue Mosque. Now we'll see Hagia Sophia. This is, I think, the topmost tourist spot of Istanbul. Hagia Sophia is a mosque, a former church, and a major cultural and historical site in Istanbul. It was completed in 537 AD. The site was an Eastern Orthodox church from 360 AD to 1204 AD, when it was converted to a Catholic church following the Fourth Crusade. This is the outside view of the Hagia Sophia. It was reclaimed in 1261 and remained Eastern Orthodox until the Ottoman conquest of Constantinopole in 1453. It served as a mosque until 1935, when it became a museum in 2020. It served as a mosque until 1935, when it became a museum. In 2020, the site was once again declared as a mosque. The current structure was built by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian I as the Christian Cathedral of Constantinople for the Byzantine Empire, and was designed by the Greek geometers of Miletus. Here you can see a mirror which is set on the floor, and you can see the reflection of the dome above. You can also see my reflection with the camera on the floor. It was formerly called the Church of God's Holy Wisdom. Beginning with subsequent Byzantine architecture, Hagia Sophia became the paradigmatic Orthodox church form, and its architectural style was emulated by Ottoman mosques 1,000 years later. These are beautiful mosaic floors. The marble section of the floor in Hagia Sophia is the place where the Byzantine emperors have been crowned. This is the prayer room, and Imam delivers his speech here. The guide told us more about this history of the church. After the fall of Constantinople to the Ottoman Empire in 1453, it was converted to a mosque by Muhammad the Conqueror and became the principal mosque of Istanbul. We can see the paintings of Mother Mary with Jesus. According to guide, this was originally in the direction of Jerusalem. Later it was slightly shifted to the direction of Mecca. Upon its conversion, the bells, altar, ambo, and baptistry were removed, while iconography, such as the mosaic depictions of Jesus, Mary, Christian saints, and angels, were removed or plastered over. Islamic architectural additions included 4 minarets, a minbar, and a mihrab. We also can see the paintings of some of the angels on the walls. Its interior is decorated with mosaics, marble pillars, and coverings of great artistic value. The stone floor of the Hagia Sophia dates from the 6th century. After seeing Hagia Sophia, we will next visit the other touristic spots in this area. This is the backside of the Hagia Sophia. We have now reached the Topkapi Saray area. In my next video, see in details of the Topkapi Saray Palace and the Grand Bazaar. We are now returning to the bus for our hotel. After seeing my videos, please do like, share, and comment. And please do not forget to subscribe my channel.